your man is still going to have his man cave. So you need to have your safe house where you can have your friends come over, where you could drink, have your girl time, have your girl talk without having to bring all your friends around your man because the Next Door podcast. Welcome back to the Next Door podcast. I am Bestie Next Door, and I'm like your bestie next door. If you like your tea to be extra, extra sweet, then this place is not for you because we like our tea to be sweet and bitter. Sweet enough that it goes down, bitter enough to wake us up. Now, guys, American Honey has been in these episodes consistently. Because, I've been drinking so much different wines and I'm like, let me just pop back my American Honey. American Honey, I am still waiting for you to reach out to me for a sponsor deal. And I'm going to manifest it. And without further ado, for SMR sakes, let's pour it up. And it needs to be topped off with Red Bull. My Red Bull was already open, so we're just going to pour the Red Bull I already had. First sip. Perfect combination. Now, before we start this episode, if you're looking to get the High Value Woman audiobook, or you're looking to book a one-on-one with me, or you're looking to take the High Value Woman one-on-one course, the link is in the description box below. There's currently a 25% discount for the High Value Woman course, and find the discount code also in the description box below. And now in this episode, we are going to discuss, should you move in with your man before marriage? Let's talk about it. The normal advice is don't move in with a man before marriage. But realistically, in this new day and age and in this generation, we women tend to move in with our man before marriage. Now, a 50-50 thing, because the reason why it's 50-50 whether on if you should move in with your man or not before marriage is because you get to see who you're dealing with before marriage. And on the other hand, why it may not be suggested is because women tend to lose their identity. Now let's dive into that. When you're thinking about moving in with your man, you can't just move in with your man head first without being logical about your decision. You got to first of all think about, is that decision going to benefit you and does it make sense, right? And secondly, most of the time, women tend to lose themselves when they get into relationships, especially when they're moving in with their man. They stop hanging out with their friends. They start maybe cooking more often, so they start adding a little bit of weight. They stop doing the things they love to do. And those are the things that affect a relationship when you move in before marriage. Because if you're going to move in with your man before you get married to him, you have to have an equal balance of you and him. You don't want to move in with your man and lose your identity. And that's what tends to happen is women start losing their identity. They start losing who they are. They start forgetting what you do. What I would suggest is if you're going to move in with your man before marriage, make sure you have your own safe house on the side. And what do I mean by safe house? A safe house where you can go when you want to have your me time, a safe house when you want to go and invite your friends, because you don't want to have your friends all around your man all the time just because you guys live together, right? And you don't want your man to know everything, and you don't want him to see you finish before marriage, right? So if you get married to a man, it's really still ideally for a woman to still have a safe house. Let's be realistic. We're all human and we all deserve me time. Your man deserves his me time and you deserve your me time as well. And you letting go of everything and just moving in with him and, doing all the duties before you guys are married. And when you are married, doing everything and not having your me time, that's what tends to break up relationships. And I feel like the reason why some relationships don't work when they move in before marriage is because you start sharing one identity. And I can say that for myself is when I moved in with my man, I lost my identity for a while. Like during Corona and we was living together, everything was about him and me and us, and I couldn't function. And until I was able to heal and understand that it's okay, like I have to let him be who he wants to be, and I want to be who I want to be. Because you know what it is to us women, when we move in with the man, we start choking them because we're scared of them either texting another girl or we don't want them to, mistakenly go out and make a mistake that's going to affect the relationship. But that's why it's really important. That's why it's really important before even moving in with a man, whether you're married or whether you're not married, be emotionally intelligent. Understand that it's okay that he wants his me time. Let him have his me time and you also have your me time. Don't lose your identity when you are moving in with a man. Keep your identity. That's what keeps the relationship fresh. That's what keeps the relationship healthy. Because the moment you start to lose your identity in that relationship when you're moving with a man, that's when things start becoming toxic. You start becoming controlling. You start forgetting who you are as an individual. Keep up with who you are. Enjoy the process of getting to know someone. And nowadays, it feels like everyone is rushing. It's like you want to know all the information about a person right now. And if you don't know it, then forget it. No, enjoy the process of getting to know someone. There's beauty in unwrapping a gift and getting to know what's in the inside than just rushing. Because life is really short. And when we all start to understand that life is really short, you never know the last time you're going to see someone, is when you're going to start to enjoy the process of getting to know someone and enjoy the moments that you have. And you know what's, women, we're so emotional. When we move in with our man, we want to be wifey type. You know, before the marriage, we want to show him we can cook, we could clean, especially if he's paying all the bills. You can do all of that, but still have your own dreams and aspirations. And that's going to be my number one advice to all ladies. When you get into a relationship, do not lose your identity. Keep to who you are as an individual while still being the woman to a man that is providing for you. You don't have to pick between being in a relationship and being who you are as an individual. You can have both. When you have your own identity and your man have his own identity and you guys come together, it's a beautiful union. There's so many things you guys can do together when you individually have your own identity and you come together and make magic. But when you try to share one identity, I'm telling you right now, the situation gets really toxic, and in the end, you're going to break up. That's what causes most breakups, is sharing one identity. Be who you are and allow that person to be who they are, and accept them for who they are, and know that you're still getting to know them. Don't feel like because you handle a situation this way, he's supposed to handle the situation the same way. No, we are all individuals and we are all humans, and we got to learn to start accepting people for who they are. If you made the choice to be with a certain man, you got to start accepting him for who he is and understanding how you can train him to be the way you want him to be. Because let me tell you this right now, whether you're going to marry that man or you guys are in a relationship, you're always going to have to train a man to be the way you want him to be. Because men are like little boys. And you can't expect someone to understand your love language without explaining it to them and without showing them. Be realistic. A man is not a mind reader. You're going to have to explain to him the way you like to be loved. Because his love language may be act of service, but that's not how you understand love. You may understand love with quality time or being affectionate, and that might not be his way of showing his love. So you have to understand that no matter what, you're still gonna have to train the man that you want, that you love, to love you the way you want to be loved. That's just the truth. Nobody's a mind reader. You can't expect a man to know the kind of flowers you like without telling him the flowers you like. He may even get you flowers that you're allergic to. So no matter what, you're still gonna have to train a man to be what you like, to know your love language. So now, to dive into the question of, should you move in with your man before marriage? It needs to make sense. Still have your own little safe house, a safe house where you could talk to your friend comfortably, have your me time, and go back to your man and know that, okay, this is our house together and this is my safe house. Because in your house together, your man is still going to have his man cave. So you need to have your safe house where you can have your friends come over, where you could drink, have your girl talk. Because look, you don't want to be bringing all your friends around your man. You don't know who has the hidden intentions. So keep your relationship between you and your man on this side, and keep your relationship with your friends on this side. It needs to be a healthy balance. Your friends don't need to know what's going on in your relationship, and your man doesn't need to know your friend business. Because the moment you start pillow talking with your man about your friend's business, and when you want to hang out with them, he's going to remember that pillow talk and say, but isn't that girl that was sleeping with 6 different guys the other night and you told me about it? Is that what you guys are going to go do? So keep it separate. Yes, there may be situations where your man may have his friends come over and you want to invite your friends and it's like a whole, social gathering, but keep it separate. Keep it separate for your own peace of mind so you can have an equal balance. So when you want to hang out with your friends, your man is not looking at your friend like, oh, damn, she's a hoe. You want to go hang out with that hoe that you was telling me the other day she was sleeping with 6 different guys. We women, we are guilty of pillow talking, but try to keep the pillow talking about your friend's business to a minimum, just so that your man is not going to judge you when you want to go hang out with that particular friend. Now let's cheers. We're going to cheers to being in relationships and not losing our identity. Cheers. Now, guys, thank you. Thank you for watching on YouTube. If you're listening on Spotify, Google Podcasts, or wherever you're listening to, thank you for listening. Guys, like, comment, subscribe. It truly helps my channel. And turn on the notification bell to be notified when I upload more episodes. If you're looking for anything, all of it is in the description box below. And guys, you know the rest. Until we meet again.